Network, a film made in 1976, directed by Sidney Lumet, explores the television world. The story is centered around Howard Beale, played by Peter Finch, a veteran anchorman living a miserable life, about to be fired from the UBS network. In one last broadcast, he breaks. He cannot hold it together.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like at this moment to announce that I will be retiring from this program in 2 weeks' time because of poor ratings. Since this show was the only thing I had going for me in my life, I have decided to kill myself.
So what she said.
Howard Beale is done. He breaks bit by bit. He is visibly in despair and on the edge of breaking completely down. This sets the stage for what's next.
Good evening. Today is Wednesday, September the 24th, and this is my last broadcast. Yesterday, I announced on this program that I was going to commit public suicide. Admittedly an act of madness. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I just ran out of bullshit.
All right, cut him off.
Leave him on.
Am I still on the air?
If this is how he wants to go out,
I
this is
don't
how
know
he
any
goes
other way
out.
to say it, except that I just ran out of bullshit.
In this broadcast, the frustrations build up, and he declares life as meaningless and full of hypocrisy. As he spirals, the numbers go up. The television network sees an opportunity in Howard. He's the national rage, and an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our time. Yet, his breakdown continues and he gets lost, till he walks in on the broadcast in his pajamas, and his ultimate outburst unwinds.
They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressmen because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Howard's outburst becomes a spectacle. The ambitious producer Diana, played by Faye Dunaway, who is in charge of the program, exclaims, "We hit a motherload." The network doesn't care about Howard's well-being. They see gold in the ratings caused by his pure human emotions. The American people only see him as entertainment and he becomes a brand. A program is built around him, telling the truth in all his fury.
So turn off your television sets. Turn them off now. Turn them off right now. Turn them off and leave them off. Turn them off right in the middle of the sentence I'm speaking to you now. Turn them off.
Howard wants people to turn off their televisions, to disconnect from the lie that is the artificial life. Viewers don't listen to his message. It's his madness and anger that fuels the people. His emotions of madness and anger become the medium described by Martin McLuhan in The Medium is the Message. His madness and anger are what the people react to, and not his ideas. Madness and anger are the message, and the product is the spectacle that comes from it. This spectacle continues.
Right now and write a telegram to President Ford saying I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore. I don't want the banks selling my country to the Arabs. I want the CCA deal. Stop now. I want the CCA deal. Stop now. Come on. I want the CCA deal. Stop now. I want
Howard's attempt to critique the Saudi investments in American corporations sparks unrest at UBS. He is summoned to meet CEO Jensen.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I won't have it. Is that clear? You think you've merely stopped a business deal? That is not the case. The Arabs have taken billions of dollars out of this country, and now they must put it back. It is ebb and flow, tidal gravity. It is ecological balance. You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems.
The world is a business, and capitalism is a belief system that cannot be challenged. Howard's anger is used by CEO Jensen to preach this ideology to America. His image of national rage changes to a preacher of corporate ideas. The ratings drop when the spectacle of anger and madness are abandoned. This shows that viewers want spectacle and don't want an apparent truth. The truth doesn't get you views. Jensen wants to spread his message, but people of the network want high ratings. There's only one way to solve this. In the end, Howard is silenced. His anger and madness do not change the system, they fuel it. UBS exploits him for profit and use him to spread their corporate ideology while ignoring his emotions and the man behind the spectacle. His emotions become a product of the corporate media machine. Network, although made in 1976, is still relevant today. Corporations like Facebook, YouTube and TikTok will use algorithms to spark emotions by its users. Videos that spark emotions of anger are promoted to generate more ratings. The content doesn't matter. It's the emotion that matters. Just as Howard's anger was used to fuel a system, social media today capitalizes on our emotional reaction, rather than keeping the well-being of the individual behind the screen in mind. Howard's story is one to keep in mind. Emotions can get exploited to become tools for propaganda and profit. His emotions of anger didn't warn the public. It fed the system solely focused on ratings, spectacle, and ideology of capitalism. We, as viewers, must be cautious and don't let our feelings be exploited. Live the real life fully, like Howard said, and don't fuel the system too much, because it could consume you.
This was the story of Howard Beale, the first known instance of a man who was killed because he had lousy ratings.
Police spokesman says the group responsible for the killing.
Great Ahmed Khan,
Mr. Beale was